Hello, Worcester State Lancers. Today I'm here with Michael Mudd, the athletics director here at Worcester State, to talk about athletics that you could possibly participate in if you find any interest in athletics here at Worcester State. So, hello, Michael.
Thanks for having me, Emily.
The first question I have is, what athletic programs or sports teams or clubs or anything like that can students participate in here at Worcester State?
Yeah, so we have 20 varsity athletic programs. We have 11 women's teams and 9 men's teams, encompassing the fall, winter, and spring season. Okay. There's also a few club sports offered here at Worcester State. There's a club men's lacrosse team and a women's equestrian team. And then there's also a dance and cheer team on the club side. And then we also have a pretty robust intramural program that's hosted in the upstairs multi-purpose gymnasium in the evenings.
Awesome. So for freshmen here at Worcester State, would they be able to join a sport later on in the season? Like if sports already have started, would they be able to join now?
Yeah, so to join a varsity sport in the middle of the season is pretty difficult. There's a pretty significant onboarding process to become a collegiate athlete. Okay. A lot of, physical, you have to take a physical, you have to do some various testing you have to do to make sure all your academic criteria is met. So, for our fall sports, we have, training camp before the season starts. There is that build-up season for all of our sports. So if a student was interested in trying to become a varsity athlete, they would definitely want to get ahead of the curve and get ahead of the coach well before the season starts to get on their radar and to also fulfill all the various criteria they would need to fill out before they even try out for the team. Okay.
Something else I was wondering is if they just found interest in joining this sport that you guys have here at Worcester State, would they be able to join even if they had no experience in the sport before?
Well, to play at the collegiate level, usually a young man or woman plays at a club level or high school before they come to play. Right. It's a pretty high level of play to be a college athlete. That would be what's known as a walk-on. That's where you would, 9 times out of 10, they would go play intramurals instead or do a club sport. Right. But we do have student athletes on our teams that were not recruited to come to Worcester State. They did try to walk on, they did make it, so it's not impossible to happen. Okay. But in general, a good majority of our student athletes were recruited by our coaches, while they were in high school to come and be a student athlete here at Worcester State.
Okay. Where could a freshman find any information on tryouts or how to join a sport?
Yeah, well, I think our website would be your best bet to find out everything about athletics at Worcester State, wsulancers.com. Okay. If you go to the Inside Athletics and go to that team page, that will often tell you the schedule, the practice schedule. Knowing what season your sport is in. Like right now we're in the fall season of athletics. So, you would definitely, and we start in August, so you would definitely want to get ahead of the curve in June and July and get in touch with that coach to see if there's an opportunity to come try out for that team. Okay.
So when it comes to athletes, I'm sure you talk to them all the time. What does a typical day seem like to be like for them?
Yeah, to be a student athlete, surprisingly, people may not be aware, but student athletes actually perform better academically than the general student population. Really? And I think the main reason is because they are so structured. Yeah. If you think about it, practice or a game takes 2 hours a day per se. A lot of times they're in the weight room lifting weights. You have your classes during the day. But if you think about it, you got to sleep during the day. But you're actually really structured as an athlete. You're busy, but you're really highly scheduled, so that it really keeps you focused and kind of on the rails to succeed both athletically and academically.
Okay. Also, I wanted to ask, how often are practices for student athletes?
Yeah, while you're in season, basically 6 days a week you have practices or games. You have to provide a student athlete 1 day off every 7 days. That's an NCAA guideline. During the off season, which we call the non-traditional season, for example, right now the non-traditional season is going on for spring sports. Okay. So they don't play games till the spring, but they are still practicing about 20 practices in the fall, like 3 days a week for 6-7 weeks.
Okay.
That would also be for our spring sports where tryouts would take place for the spring teams.
Okay.
So it is really a full-time, full-season commitment. It just dials down a little bit in the non-traditional season. Our winter sports, they go really through both semesters. Like they literally start their season practices tomorrow, October 15th is the first day of practice. And they will go till March. So they tend to go almost the whole full school year if you're a winter sport athlete.
Do they tend to be more on top of their work, do you say?
No, I think all of our student athletes, like our women's teams especially last year, I think they had a combined GPA of over a 3.5.
Oh, wow.
Which is, I think, the highest it's ever been athletically.
That's
and
awesome.
Academically here at Worcester State. And our men last year were like just over a 3.0, I think like a 3.01. So all of our student athletes overall do really well. I think over 2/3 of our athletes have been on the dean's list. And we have a number of nursing majors on the female side of things, occupational therapy, so some tough majors, but they managed to balance it all and really represent our school in a professional manner.
That's awesome. Here at Worcester State, we also have the gym in the Wellness Center, and I wanted to ask, what hours is the gym open typically?
Yeah, so we have 2 gyms. We have the multi-purpose gymnasium, which is upstairs on the 2nd floor. That's tended to be used more for intramurals and just recreational sports. If you just want to go and shoot hoops, play basketball, play pickleball. That opens up technically when the building opens in the morning. It's basically during the week it's like 7 a.m. and it's open till 10. The gym downstairs, the competition gymnasium we call it, that's a little more, that's not necessarily as open as much to the public because we do use that for basketball games, volleyball games. You do have access to the track, the indoor track above it. That's pretty much open to the public from the minute we open the building to the minute we close the building. Sometimes we have to shut it down for our track teams. But in general, if you're a student here at Worcester State, that building can be utilized in so many ways for most of the day. Not to mention the fitness center and the various group exercise lessons we offer.
Oh, that's awesome. I wanted to ask for Lancers like here at Worcester State that don't really want to participate in athletics but want to get to know like schedules or like big events going on, where could they go to?
I would also go to WSULancers.com.
Okay.
There's actually a facilities tab which will give you the hours of really what's going on in all the rooms and the gyms on campus. And our website and all of our social media platforms consistently are giving game schedules, games that are coming up, game results. So I think if you check any of our social media platforms, you'll have a pretty good idea of what's going on here at Worcester State Athletics.
That's great. Is there anything that you would say somebody
to support athletics?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we always love to have great turnout to come watch our student athletes compete. All of our, whether we're out on Coughlin Field or in the gymnasiums, or even on the baseball, softball fields. Being that, about half our campus now are residents, we would love for them to come down and it's free. Come and enjoy and watch your fellow students compete against all the other schools around New England. They really appreciate the support and it's, really good entertainment value. It's free to watch, really good level of competition, If you don't want to watch, like I said, we have opportunities in intramural sports and club sports to, keep you moving and keep you exercising, utilizing the building.
That's great to know. I wanted to ask one more question just for the sake of other students here at Worcester State. Are there any fitness classes or training available for students to go to the Wellness Center?
Oh yeah, I mean we have a number of fitness center classes offer group exercise lessons throughout the day, pretty much Monday through Friday. Again, if you go to our website, you can see what we have to offer. Most of them are free to the students. We also have a golf simulator in there, so if you happen to enjoy playing golf, that does have a small cost to it per hour, but you'll play 18 holes of golf on a golf simulator, which not too many schools have the ability to offer that. So,
That's great to
and of
know.
course, you always have Starbucks as well.
Yep. I've been there.
If you want to
a few
grab
times.
a coffee and study, it's a pretty cool place to hang out. So we're proud of that as well.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming here for this interview today. Thank you so much for watching. Is there
Yeah,
anything
appreciate you
else?
having me, Emily.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.